Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you some of my essential brushes that I need in my life, and ones that I think are perfect for somebody who's starting out with makeup and wants to get brushes to experiment with but doesn't want to spend a crap ton of money. I know it can be overwhelming when you're watching these makeup tutorials and they're using 40 different brushes from 40 different brands. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I think is bare minimum necessity for doing my makeup tutorials and a lot of other people's makeup tutorials. So anyways, let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with some face brushes and then I'll do eyeshadow brushes. So yeah, I tried to narrow it down as little as I could to get, like, I don't want to be showing you 10 face brushes and 20 eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to show you 4 face brushes and I think it's like 6 eyeshadow or eye brushes in general. So hopefully that's not too overwhelming. I think I narrowed it down really to the bare minimum. Okay, I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to start showing you. So let's just get into it. Starting with face brushes, the very first thing I'm going to talk about, which technically isn't a brush, but I think that it is an essential, hair in my mouth. I think that it is an essential when it comes to a makeup kit. Of course, I'm going to say the Beauty Blender. This one is a little dirty right now because I just used it. So you could use this for foundation, primer, foundation, setting your face, concealer, all of that. So this will replace all of those brushes. One Beauty Blender. Remember to get it nice and damp, and it expands to like twice its size, and then you just dab, never rub. Unless it's primer, then you can rub. But yeah. So Beauty Blender, number 1 on my list. If you're gonna start with makeup, get a Beauty Blender or Real Techniques. I will say there is a Real Techniques sponge that is almost as good as a Beauty Blender and half the price. Still don't like the Real Techniques personally, so I would just say to get the Beauty Blender. But if you're on a budget, Real Techniques at Ulta, look that up. I'll also link everything down below just in case. So that covers all of the first things. It would be my primer, foundation, setting powder. So then I would bronze and contour. And then a brush that I use for that is this Luxie 522 brush. Now this isn't the most affordable brush. It's also not insane. I mean, really, it's not that expensive. But this works for me for bronzing and contouring because when I bronze with it, I use a circular motion. And then when I contour with it, I use more of a motion like that. I do actually go like, I still do use circular, but I could just use big circular. It is small, but that's why I like it, because it can really get into all the areas and you can contour with it. You see what I'm saying? It does 2 things. 1 brush for 2 jobs. So I really like this brush for that. Next thing I have to show you is a blush brush. And this blush brush is the one that I use. Honestly, a blush brush, I think, isn't really a huge deal to get this exact one. It's really like, come on. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. A blush brush is something that I think you will have to keep on its own. I really don't think you could combine your bronzer brush with your blush. I cannot say that. I cannot say blush brush. I don't think you can. I think that you need a separate blush brush. I cannot say that. So anyway, this one is from Sephora. It's a powder brush and it works really well. But like I said, you don't even have to get the Sephora brand. Just get something that can apply it. Next thing you will need is a highlighting brush if you are in the mood for highlighting. I mean, I do indulge a bit in highlighting. So this is my favorite highlighting brush, and this is the Anastasia A23 brush. But like I said, it's really not that important to get this exact brush, although it is my favorite, just to let you know. There is a really good Real Techniques one that works just fine, and you can get that. I think it comes in a 3-pack at Ulta. So I would try that out too if you're not in the mood. I think this brush was $27, or maybe it was $25. I don't know, but I mean, it adds up. Oh, this is really dirty, but you could also get a fan brush like this. These a lot of times come in brush sets. Like I said, I will link brush sets down below if you just want to get it all at once. I don't blame you. That covers primer, foundation, concealer, powder, contour, bronze, and blush. All right, now let's do eyes. So this is like the hardest one because I sometimes use upwards of 25 brushes for one eye look. I mean, it's insane. It's totally unnecessary, but these are the brushes that I need. These are the brushes I use every single time I do a makeup look. All right, so the first brush I have to show you, which is near and dear to my heart, is the MAC 224. Now, I'm sure you've heard of this talked about a million times if you watch makeup tutorials, because this is the queen of blending brushes. I mean, it really just is, and I denied it for a really long time. I'm not a huge MAC supporter, so I was just kind of like, But once I got it, I was like, ooh, girl, I felt salty. This brush just really blends out everything so smooth and just seamless, and I really, really like it. I mean, there are a million different blending brushes you can buy. I mean, they're everywhere, but this one is definitely my favorite, and I definitely recommend it. Yeah, but there are gonna be a million more blending brushes that you could find, but a blending brush in general is an essential. You will not be able to do your makeup. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but if you're gonna be following any tutorial, if you're gonna be following any makeup look, Halloween look, you're gonna need a blending brush. So that is the one that I hold near and dear to my heart, so take it as you will. All right, so next brush that I hold closely is my MAC 217. Now, these are the only MAC brushes I'm gonna show you, but I do love this brush so much. It is a flat, not very flat, but it's like a, it's got like a pinched barrel right here. I'm telling you, it's perfect for applying. Like, I did this whole line. I did, honestly, my whole look with these brushes. Yeah, I should mention that. I did my entire face with only these brushes that I'm showing you today. So keep that in mind. So I use this brush for all of the crease. Obviously it's dirty right now because it's usually white, but I use all of this in here, and this brush just gets right in your crease. Also, I feel like it blends itself as you're putting it on, so you don't have to blend as much, which is important to me because it just makes the process a lot faster and, yeah, easier too. I have a couple dupes for both of these brushes, and none of them compare in my opinion. So this one for me, MAC 217 and 224. Just put it on your Christmas list. Just trust me. All right, so next brush is a flat brush or a shader brush. This is the one that I use to put colors on my lid, or sometimes I'll keep one blank and just use it for my brow bone. Urgh. Keep getting text. So this one is very important to me. I also have a clean one that sometimes I use to blend my under eye with. I'll just quickly go like that. It's one of those essential brushes that you find yourself using all of the time. It's not one of the brushes that you really need good quality for, I think, because it's not, you know, you're not blending with it. It's kind of just like apply the makeup and walk away. So this one I have right here is actually a Sephora brush, a shadow brush, literally just called shadow brush. So this isn't a synthetic, like synthetic ones are very smooth and are better for shimmery shadows. I do think that it would be beneficial to have both of them, but this one really works well. So yeah, you need a shader brush. All right, next brush that I think you need is either a pencil brush or some sort of small crease brush. This is where you're gonna get some detail work in, but not too detailed. This is really good for blending out some sort of crease, like blending out small areas. I love this brush to blend my under eye area. You're gonna need a smaller blending brush to blend small areas. So this is a perfect brush for me. This one is the MUA makeup brush from CVS. So I think this was like $7. It's very accessible. I'm not crazy about their other brushes, just telling you right now. So if you go there, I wouldn't recommend you buy a whole bunch of them. But this one, I've been very surprised with. I've had it for a long time now. Honestly, this might be the third time I mentioned it on my channel. But I do think you need a brush similar to this. A lot of brush sets come with pencil brushes, which is not, this is not a pencil brush, but I do think a pencil brush would replace this. Yeah. So the last eyeshadow brush I have to show you is very important to me, is a detailer brush, a very small detail brush. What I use this for is to put the shadow on my under eye. I put this on my under eye and then I take another small brush, like I said, either the flat brush or the pencil brush or this little, you know, whatever you call this, and I would just blend that out after I put this on, and then I would add more and blend it out. So I do think that you need a detailer brush. I think it is important. So this is one of the things that I would add. This one is from Morphe, and this is from the vegan brush set. So yeah. But this is another one of those brushes that like really quality isn't that important. It's not like a blending brush. So moving on. Next brush I have to show you is an eyebrow brush, and I talked about this one on my channel too, so you might be expecting it. But this is the Anastasia number 12 brush. It doesn't even say it on here anymore. I use this brush every single day. This is my brow brush. And I also use this for winged eyeliner. So this can double for you if you have a little like spray brush cleaner. You can use both in the same day. I use this for my brows. It makes very hair-like strokes and it's very easy. Like, I just love it. It's got a spoolie on the other side, so that covers that. You don't have to buy a spoolie. It's just wonderful. Trust me, this is the brow brush, and I like the number 12 rather than the other numbers because it's very thin. That is why I like the number 12 brush, but I mean, if you don't want it to be very thin, then you can get the other one. Recommend to you the Anastasia brow brush. I really think it's an essential. It's an essential for me. I can't live without it. I just can't. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about that I have in hand right now is this little brush set that I bought at Target that I think is like seriously one of the best things I ever found for somebody who's starting out with makeup, or not even that. Like, I use these brushes all of the time, so I think it's a great set. Anyways, this is the Kashuk Set, and I actually don't even know what it's called, but I will link it down below. But the brushes are pretty recognizable, and I know that they still have them there because I saw them when I was there the other day. So basically, it comes with a pencil brush, which I was talking about, great for under here and defining the crease. It comes with a shader brush, which is what I talked about. It comes with a, I actually love this brush so much. I use it I actually use this brush almost every time I do my makeup. I use it for the under eyes as a detailer brush. Yeah, I choose to use this under my eyes more than I choose to use this. If I were to use both, I would use this for applying the color and this for blending it out, just my opinion. And then it comes with, of course, a blending brush, which is pretty similar to the 224 brush, not exactly, but like I said, I can't find a dupe that is exactly like it. This blending brush is great though. It really gets the job done. And then it comes with this angled brush, which is really weird to me because I've never really seen a brush like this before, but it's a flat, slim angle brush. So what I use this for is under my eyes, and it does great for under my eyes. I use this all of the time. I also use this for defining my lash line. If you can hear my dog barking right now, I apologize. So this brush is great for that. Honestly, when I got this brush set, I was thinking that I was only going to be getting it for these 3 brushes. The blending, the pencil, and then this little, I don't even know what to call this one. But I use all of them all of the time, and I do think that I could do an entire makeup look with this, and I could run with it for a long time. Like I said, the ones that I showed you are my favorite brushes. This is just so easy. You can run to Target and just pick them all up at once rather than running to MAC, running to Sephora, running to, you know, buying stuff online. It's like, this is just one and done, and I really do recommend it. And I feel like you're probably gonna be like, why did you just show me all that stuff if you're just gonna tell me to buy this? But like I said, I just wanted to let you know what my favorite brushes were that I used every single day. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. I really hope that you did. I know that if I saw a video like this back when I was just starting out, it would really, really help me. So hopefully this helps out you. Let me know what your favorite brushes are because I would love to check that out. If you have some ride or die brushes that you use every single day, let me know because I would love to have another ride or die. These are my favorite at the time. So yeah, let a girl know. I would love to check those out. Anyways, like I said, if you want to see more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up or comment down below and let me know. I hope you're having a lovely week wherever you are. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!